Okay, so I wanted to walk you through my project. And this was the box that was given from Graphics 45, and I painted it blue with the Deco Art Americana. And then I used the stencil from TCW to stencil on both the Galaxy Glitter from Deco Art, and then I added a little bit of the blue into it, as well as a little bit of a chalky white finish, just so that you could see a little bit more of the stencil. And so here it is on the front, and then as you go around the box you can see that it's on the side here and the back as well, and hopefully you can see that the white helped show up the stencil a little bit more. And then I painted the interior panel blue as well, and so here's the inside panel that I painted blue, and I was hoping to put a mirror on it. The mirror I bought was too large, and that it does fit the panel like so, but in closing the box it would interfere with closing it, so I'll have to find a smaller mirror that will work there. Then I'd like to show you the inside of the box and the contents of the box. These tags came with the box, and I used them to put jewelry on. And then I also used the Rinia foil paper to fold origami boxes. And this is the brochure from Rinia. And here are the colors of the foil. I chose purple because it went with the project at some of the other colors I was working with. And so here's a small origami box that is glued into the corner, and that's just to hold the tags in place. And then this one I left with the top open, and so it is meant to hold a ring that I made. This ring is wire wrapped in purple and silver, and then the top piece here is made with Sculpey liquid. And so this is what the Sculpey liquid looks like, and this is how we made it. We put it on here, and then you actually bake it while it's in the mold, and then pull it out. And then I chose to color it with one of the markers I received, and this one was Spectrum Noir Metallic, and that's the color that I used on this piece right here, this piece right here, which is the Sculpey. And then I added a miracle bead and some purple wire here. So that was the ring, and it's meant to be worn as a pinky ring. So that was that project. Now I'd like to go on to the tags and show you what I did here. So this first tag holds 3 earrings, and they are made with the Sculpey souffle. And so I have 3 different shapes and 3 different focal colors. So when I mixed my Sculpey together, and here is a sample of the card that they provided us, I got this magenta purple color, and also this kind of teal blue color. And when you mix those together, you get this darker purple, almost gray-like color. And so I focused on that with the beads that I added to this shape. And then this one here focuses on the teal color, and so I added the teal. These clay mixture also have a little bit of pearl white added in, and then back to this pair here, you can see it has a little bit of silver fleck added in as well. And then this pair here focuses more on the magenta color of the clay, and then the beads were used to accent that color as well. So this is the first tag that holds the earrings. The next 2 tags I made are to hold necklaces that I made. These tags, I just cut a little slit at the top to hold the necklace piece, and then in the back I used more of the Rinia paper to create a little pocket for the excess of the necklace to go into and be stored that way. So the front of this necklace, and then also the other necklace I'll show you in just a minute, was made once again with the Sculpey souffle and the two colors that we were provided with, but they were both, so there's this one which is the round, and the pieces I made were the cabochon in the middle and then the bezel that's holding it. And also note that the bezel is not coated, and then I did put a coating, gloss coating on the cabochon. And so that's the first one, and then this is the second one. Both done the same way, and I'll show you the molds in just a second. So those were both made the same way, and then the cards were the same as well, with the pocket in the back to hold the chain. Okay, and then to make those, once again, I used the two colors of Sculpey that we were given, added a little bit of pearl white and a little bit of the flex silver into it. And these were molds that are bakeable molds, and they actually work together but are sold separately. And this one was the cabochon shapes, so the center piece came from this mold, and then this mold made the bezel shapes that they fit, and so they fit together. So the pieces from this mold fit into the pieces from this mold. And you also, you can see here that it says that it's bakeable. And so what you do is you put the clay in your mold and you bake the mold with the clay in place. And so that's how I made these pieces. And this was my jewelry box set that I made from all of the products that, oh, I forgot to show you one more product. I was also given this, you can see I've used it quite a bit, is this jewelry glue, Dazzle Tech, and this was from Beacon, and I used this to glue the cabochons in place, as well as gluing the origami pieces in place, and then also attaching the boxes on the back that are, they're just a shallow origami fold box that the necklace pieces fit into. So the entire piece fits together and stores. The two origami boxes hold the tags in place. There's room for more if I want to add more to it. And then, of course, the box closes and keeps everything in place. So that was my entire project using all the materials. And just to go over those once again, I received the Deco Art paint, the Spectrum Noir metallic pen, the liquid Sculpey, and to show you how that works with the mold, this is what it's like when it comes out. It is very sturdy but still flexible, and you can also cut this with a scissor, which is exactly what I did with this piece. Actually comes from this mold right here, and you can see that it's part of the center here, and I cut off the outer part. And then of course, the one I used, I colored with a marker, but you can leave it in this pearl color, or you can choose to color it as you wish. But the detail is just unbelievable on these, and like I said, they're extremely sturdy pieces. So that was Sculpey, and then the other Sculpey pieces I got were the bakeable molds and the 2 packs of the souffle clay. And then I got samples of the Rinia paper foil, which looks like this. You might recognize that from inside the box. This is what was left over. Some of these colors are two-sided in different colors. So this one that I used just happened to be purple on both sides, but they do have them with different colors on both sides. And just to show you, here's another origami box that I had practiced folding using the Rinia before I made my piece. So I think that was, let me just double check here. Oh, and the stencil as well, this mandala stencil. And this is from the Crafter's Workshop. So the other nice thing about working with this is that after I had put it on the box, I went to clean it off with a baby wipe onto a scrap piece, and this is what I got. And so I kept it thinking that, you know, this was some really neat pattern that I could use in some paper making projects in the future. So that, let's see, is everything. Yeah, and so I used almost every product in the bag. The only thing I didn't use were some foamy pieces, and the reason I didn't use them is that they were Easter themed. So that was the only one piece that I did not use in this project for the jewelry box. So once again, here's the jewelry box. This is the front, and it opens up, and then there's the pieces inside. So one last thing I forgot to show you on these tags, since I've laid them out this way, hopefully you can see that the edge here of the tag I went over with the purple metallic on each tag. So there's a real subtle, let me see if I can get in close enough and you can see it, there's a real subtle purple edge to each of the tags. And so that ties in with the jewelry color of the clay and the ring, and as well as if I get in real close here to the glitter, you can see that it contains that purple fleck color as well. So yeah, it all ties together color wise, and it was a really fun project to work on.